to give him.
It's actually live?
Yep.
Oh, fantastic.
Hello, folks. It's Patrick Gorman.
Hi, this is Jake Busey.
Hi, this is Bruce Boxleitner.
This is Tom Vera from A Gettysburg Christmas.
Hi, this is Bo Brinkman.
And you're listening to Addressing Gettysburg. I'm glad you're listening. Thank you.
Did you say Bullshit. Oh my God, I love Bill Edwards.
From the Gettysburg Tour Studio.
Hi, good night, everybody.
Bonfire.
You're listening to Addressing Gettysburg Today.
Podcast.
Hello, exactly.
Hey, now wait a minute. It fell off. There's all kinds of wise tales out there.
I got a real red wagon. Hey, what happened? I don't think so.
No. Oh,
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. I'm sorry, I was pulling the. I have so many sliders and gadgets here, and I always, sliders and gadgets, and I'm always pulling down the wrong one. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this episode of Addressing Gettysburg. Sad news. Ronnie Ronstadt has to work late, and she is not with us tonight. She is no longer with us tonight. And so sitting in for her is the one and only, the incomparable Six Questions Lens. Hello, Six Questions.
Hello.
Bienvenidos. So, Mike, last week you called in, and I think it was the highlight of the show.
Yes.
Because you regaled us with
Mike's medical report.
Yeah, Mike's medical report, and you also, by the way, hello, Colby.
Hey, buddy.
And you also you prepared me. You helped prepare me.
Right.
I got to tell you, our friend Tim Matthews called me. I don't know, earlier this week, and he said, "Hey, I'm listening to the show now, and I just want you to know I've had to have 4 of them." And and he goes, one of them was without anesthesia, and he goes, "You're fine. It's gonna be fine. There's nothing to worry about, you know."
Oh yeah.
But then somebody else sent me an email, and he said his wife is a nurse, and he said that she said, and I think he's just busting my balls here. He said that she said, "Oh, he's absolutely right. We do make fun and we do judge and everything like that." And so I will be recording my. The audio while I am out.
Well, I expect nothing less. It'll show up on the Patreon.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
oh, that's a good idea. I could play the audio on the show.
But if they use sign language, you're screwed, though.
Well, that's fine. It's, you know what, the sign language is
English.
As long as it's not spoken English, I don't care what they say. If they're doing that, I don't know what this is. I don't know what any sign language is. I know like a couple of letters. I think is what I remember from when I was a kid.
All bad words.
No, I didn't even learn those because I was like too young.
Gotcha.
You know,
but you know how it is. You normally you'll remember all the bad words from a new language. You know.
With other languages, that's really all I know.
That's all anybody knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those
Like
are
I
important
ask
words.
people who speak it to teach me the bad words. You know, or one like "A ti te gustaría oler mis chancletas," which it means, "Would you like to smell my sandals?" Because that time I was like 19, and that whole summer I wore the same pair of sandals around, and they weren't, they weren't like rubber sandals. They were like a cork kind of a thing.
So it really held the smell.
Oh man.
They were horrendous.
Yeah, buddy.
And so the running joke that summer with my friends is I would take it off and I go, "Would you like to smell my sandals?" and put it under their nose, you know, and they hated me for it.
Sure.
Among other reasons.
Yeah.
And so I went to Puerto Rico with my family on vacation, and we were hanging out in the lobby.
Okay.
And we saw, we met a local kid who was our age, so we were all hanging out with them and everything. We were playing cards.
Right.
And I said, "Teach me some Spanish." And I came up with a bunch of goofy sentences, but they weren't in my lexicon at that point, so I didn't remember any of them. But the one that was, because I was saying it all summer long, was, "Would you like to smell my sandals?" And so he taught me that one, and that's the only one I remember. It's not a bad word, but it's not nice, It's not pleasant.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Because who would like to smell
We're getting
sandals?
an insight into young Matt right here.
Ugh.
He weaponized his sandals.
I like it. I'm all about it. Listen, the only bit of Spanish I know, my dad taught me, and it's how to ask if someone wants a husband.
Well, that could work too.
Right?
Could work too.
Don't think so.
What was the other thing I was going to say? Wait, what did you just say? Oh yeah, so young Matt, right? A friend of mine from the neighborhood said he was going through old cassettes.
Okay.
And he found one of me and him, my sister, and maybe one other kid from the neighborhood, or maybe not, doing a radio show on a little, like, Fisher-Price tape recorder. It wasn't Fisher-Price, but you know what I mean. Like a little cassette player, you know, a little boombox.
That's adorable.
And I said, you have to send that to me. And I went on Amazon and I bought a cassette to MP3 converter. And I said, I'll play it on the show, you know?
Okay.
So I followed up with him a week later. I was like, did you send the thing yet? And he's like, Matt, I swear to God, I can't find the thing. He's like, I remember what it looks like. I have all my tapes. I didn't do anything with them. I have them all where they were when I found it, and I can't find it. And I was like, you have to search high and low for this thing. Like, I need
check
this.
the tape player.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
It's probably still in the tape player, because who the hell uses tapes anymore?
Amen to that.
That's such a great point. Yeah, right. And you forget to take it out.
Right.
Or the other option is you could play the little sound from Tim Smith right there too.
You trying to get something off your clothes there,
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah. I mean, it's like I got little fuzzies or something.
Bullshit.
Yeah, that. So anyway, that's that story there. What did we say? Okay, so first of all, Mike, last week you told us about your ass.
Yes.
Which everybody loves.
And you got your results back. What are the results? You announced it on Facebook. You know, you put a lot of personal stuff on Facebook.
I do. Yeah.
You really do.
I have never known anyone on Facebook, and I've learned about their bowel movement. I know Mike's bowel movement's better than my own.
He keeps a record, man. An online open forum record. Listen, he started out the conversation last week by going, I won't fill you in on all the details. And by the end,
It's
had
just
filled in every
diarrhea,
detail.
bloody stool. Yeah, okay. So what what was it? Tell me about it.
Yeah, well, they found 2 polyps that were precancerous.
Kevin polyps, okay.
And 1 polyp that was in the very early stages of turning. And they got it very quickly. They removed it.
So wait, when you say turning, what are you saying?
Well, I'm saying cancerous. Yeah.
Okay.
Very, very, very early stages.
Right.
And so, they went in there. That's why my colonoscopy took a little longer than usual, as they were taking those things out and the little areas around it in order to cut it out. So, yeah.
So they removed the polyps.
Yep.
Tested them.
Yep.
2 precancerous, 1 turning.
Yep.
And are they confident that they got everything?
They're confident they got everything, but they're going to do some follow-up checkups
Yeah, of
in the
course.
next couple of months just to keep an eye on it, making sure they got everything they needed to on that one.
Are you worried?
No, not at all.
No. So you're pretty
'Cause,
confident.
I mean, even if it does prove that it spread a little bit, we're still catching it very early.
Yeah.
And with this type of thing, when you catch it early, the survivor rates are just incredibly high.
Okay,
so
good.
I'm not too worried about it.
I mean, I hate to, I don't say this flippantly, and I'm not saying it as a joke, but, you know, between, family medical history and my bad habits throughout my life, I know I'm getting one of them. I don't know where it's going to be, but I'm getting something, you know. And so and now we're at the age where you got to start looking, and it just has you worried. And it's like, you know, when you're younger and you say something to your doctor like, you know, I have bloody stool, for example. Right. They go, it's probably just a bloody internal hemorrhoid or something like that. Right. You know, when you're my age and you say that, and they go, okay, well, let's get you in for a colonoscopy. And then it's like, that's scary. And then you can't get one for 3 months. Mm-hmm. And then you sit and you worry and you wonder and you worry, you worry and you wonder, you wonder and you worry.
You
and
also
it's scary.
worry and wonder about that colonoscopy, too.
Well, and then
We've never had it before,
luckily,
yes.
you know, you're friends with a pioneer.
And
trailblazer.
I'm out there taking down the post and rail fences. You know, all that. I'm out there.
Yeah,
the
right,
groundwork,
right.
man.
You're the pioneers before Pickett's charge.
Do you guys ever think that polyp is a better word than curd is to follow up cheese? Like instead of cheese curd, cheese polyp? It just sounds...
No, they're both
like it works
disgusting.
better.
It's disgusting.
I
Those
always
are
thought
nasty.
I always thought curd was grosser. More gross. However you say that.
No,
no.
but I think they're polyp is a. No. Maybe it's because I know what it
Okay.
is.
Polyp
you
just
gotta
has that.
disassociate it. You gotta disassociate it from butthole for a minute and go straight to just cheese.
But what are they? What would a polyp? I should Google what. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna Google what it looks like.
Polyp sounds like plop, and so that for
Oh,
me,
I never
it
thought
just-
about it that way.
Yeah, it's
I think
no,
more
man.
of a. I think more of a. It pops.
Wait,
not
how do you spell
flops,
polyp?
know?
I just put it in and I got a place in Italy.
It's like pee.
That's where the cheese
Oh,
comes
Spain.
from.
I'm sorry, Spain.
That's where the cheese comes from.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Is it P-O-L-L-A or O?
This was not in my
Oh,
grade
polyp
school.
with a Y. Polyp. Okay,
Yeah,
polyp.
This was not in my grade school spelling bee.
Yeah, right. We don't have to learn that. Polyp. Okay, let's see. All right, polyp, and let's see what it looks like. Oh, so it looks like a skin tag almost.
Yeah.
Oh, see, now that's even.
Why did you look it up?
Because I had to. I don't know. But that's what I kind of pictured it to look like, and now I looked at it, and it's. Oh.
Knowledge-
so it's an
knowledge gets you,
internal
man.
skin tag.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a doctor, but it's what it looks
Well,
like.
but that's what. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Did they show you it?
Yeah. The little pictures and things like that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Ooh, these are ugly. Ugly things. Okay, well, good. I'm glad you're okay, though, Mike. I did. You had me worried because you seemed not sure. Mm-hmm. And so then when you called in last week, and so I was kind of like I was like, oh God, maybe this is not good, you know. Mm-hmm. But so I'm glad that it is good. So let's have a big round of applause for Mike and his healthy ass. Let's see what else here. Okay, get out of the car tour. We had our get out of the car tour on Saturday, and it seems like April is always the memorable one, right?
Because the music there.
Yeah. Thank you. April is always the one to remember. Last year it was kind of cool, sunny and cloudy, windy, and then right as Lewis finished the tour. Hailstorm.
Yeah.
And we had to walk like a mile back in a hailstorm. One of them cut my lip, and I went down to the ground, and Eric had to carry me off to an aid station. And
Knight in shining armor.
just a little blood. And, so that was scary for me. But, but this year, as is now the tradition apparently for April tours, it is another memorable one. First of all, we had 101 people, which I think would have been higher had the forecast not scared people away.
Absolutely. And other things are going on at the same time, like Adams County, Circle City.
But those things are going on all day. The people they could have come to the tour and got together. I'm going to blame the weather. And so, because people live by the forecast,
Right.
which annoys
I hear you.
But because, it's an adventure. We had an adventure.
Yes, and if you were going to play music, we would play Thunderstruck, because my God.
Unfortunately, I
really
couldn't
did.
if I had it because, But we're out there, and we went from the Peace Light to the railroad cut,
Right.
mostly along the road. Mm-hmm. And then when we get to that one really sharp bend by the farm lane on Buford Avenue, we went straight off into the woods towards the railroad cut. And we barely got into that field. And now it had been thundering about 10 miles away, right? And of course, people come up to me and they're like, it says it's 10 miles away. And I'm like, okay, then we're fine. And then another person came up to me and she's like, we're going, I don't want to get hit by lightning. And I go, oh, it's 10 miles away. And she's like, lightning travels far. And I'm like, what? I've never heard of, but maybe she knew something I
10-mile
didn't.
lightning?
Who knows? You could tell by looking, because the storm was very like that deep purple off towards Monterey Pass and Cashtown and all that stuff. And it was heading northwest. Mm-hmm. And where we were was just a light gray above us. You could sort of see the sun trying to get through. And it was starting to drizzle. And then the heavens opened.
Oh, yeah.
And we took 80% casualties. Everybody, most people just turned around and left, but a strong, brave few, about 20, 25 people, maybe 30, somewhere around there, stayed. And they were also the smart ones because they brought umbrellas, and I didn't. And I had that stupid uniform coat on, or jacket on.
Oh, nice. That
Yeah.
thing's holding some water.
So, I'm walking home 10 pounds heavier than when I started, right? And but it was fine. I loved it. I love getting caught in the rain, especially in the summertime. The only thing about this I didn't like was it was not summertime, and the rain cooled everything down to about 50 degrees, and I'm getting a little blue-lipped when I get back to my car there. But whatever, went home, changed clothes, and then we all met at the Farnsworth house, and it was good. It was a lot of fun.
And cased the colors, dispersed the young Marines. He got handed to them. They were great.
They were great,
but you had to disperse them because there was thunder in the area.
Yes, the young Marines. So one of our listeners, Taris, he, I guess, is like I don't know what you call it, like a leader of one of the young Marines. He is a Marine himself, many decades out of the Marines, but he is out of the Marines nonetheless. But once a Marine, always a Marine, right, Cole?
Hurrah.
Right. Rob Abbott said that to me when we were in here, and Dustin, the new producer, he was going to come in. We were doing the PTSD episode. And Rob was the first one here, and he said, so who's coming? And I told him who's coming, and I said, Dustin's coming. He was a Marine, and he goes, is a Marine. Mm-hmm. And I said, that's right, I forgot. Once a Marine, always a Marine. And
including, a young lady there who's going to be attending West Point.
West Point, yeah.
Well, she's not going to be a Marine.
She's not going to be a Marine.
She's not going to be a Marine. No, and most of these, look, what is it, 8 to 18 years old, I think, is the age range. 8 to 18, huh? So it's like, it's kind of akin to a Boy Scout program, except it's military-based, Apparently, it's been around a while. I mentioned it to some other people, like, oh, I was in that. And I was like, oh, okay, I've never heard of this. But it was pretty cool. They were the color guard.
Were they in uniform?
Well, it was like
camis,
like their what do you call
camis?
It? Yeah, they had the camouflage pants on and like t-shirts, like
okay, like a parade, like their drill uniform, practice drill.
Yeah. Like they're not doing anything official. And so they came out, and I gave them the addressing Gettysburg battle flag, and they had their guide on there, and they marched at the head of the column ish. Mm-hmm. At least that's what I told them. I said, we're going to keep going that way. So see how the group is in a half a circle? Mm-hmm. So whatever half of the circle, the end of this half circle that's going that way, get behind it. So that when Lewis says, okay, we're going to go here, you guys go first. And they did it once, and then they got. But it's hard to do that because the rest of the people aren't marching; they're just a mob,
They're just trudging along.
Yeah. But anyway, it was really cool to see them there to march, in columns of twos, and hear the orders barked out for them to move, and like at one point I was like, oh, we're gonna go over there. Okay, guys, come with me. And I start walking, and they're still there, and I'm like, just somebody yell out an order, let's go, and then the kid's like, and then whatever the hell you say after that. So that was fun. So at one point, my friend Jeff comes over to me, and I'm walking towards them. This is when the rain starts. And they're standing there like good little Marines, flag up in the air, everything, right? It's blowing all over the place, lightning off in the distance. And I'm walking over to them. And Jeff comes over to me, and he goes, yo, should we take bets and see how long it is before one of them gets hit by lightning with the flag there? And I was like, no, I'm going to take the flag from them so they don't get hit by lightning, you ass. So we took the flag, we furled it, and then they kind of just held it, low to the ground. And but they left early because their moms were along, and their moms were like, no, we want. They're made of sugar. They're still made of sugar at
Moms
that
are always
age.
trying to ruin the fun, man.
It's like, wait a second, you're in the Young Marines.
So things were getting serious out there towards the end of the tour. When you start hearing lightning, it's not hearing thunder, seeing lightning going off, and then everyone scatters from around me.
Because they know you're the target of opportunity, man.
Yes.
If anybody's going to get smoked, it's you. And I hope to God it doesn't happen. But if I was a betting man,
that's funny.
That's what I'd bet on.
No, you're right, and you even said that. You said, what did you say? I was walking next to you, and you kind of came up, and you're like, well, if anything's happening to anyone, it's me, or something like that. Yeah. But no, you didn't get hit by lightning. Nobody did, because the storm was 10 miles away. But it was fun. And I'm thinking I'm going to. I talked to the badge maker, and I said, listen, I want to make a medal for people that were on this tour. And, we talked, and he gave me some options, and making a medal is a little expensive because there's a startup cost.
Right.
And I'm actually not going to give it away. I'm going to say, I said, this would be good for you. I'll make a medal for people who are on the tour. For those who want to commemorate it and show that they were brave and they stayed till the end, they can go to your website and buy it, And then I said, you know what? Well, there's no way to tell who stayed till the end. So
I was going to say he's going to sell 25 of them.
Yeah, exactly.
There'll be 200 of those.
Yeah, right.
medals.
So anybody who was on the tour, it doesn't matter. You made it as far as you did, and that's good enough, right? So
Right.
you can go and get one, and then he can make a little money, and they can have that thing there. But a metal is a little too expensive because there's setup costs.
Right.
So he gave me a couple of other options, maybe a ribbon like they used to do at the reunions. What's that?
A sticker?
No, not a sticker.
Here's your sticker.
I could make a sticker. Yeah. But no, but it
Gold
was good.
star.
So it was Daniel's Brigade is what we did.
Yes, we did.
Lewis did a fine job as always.
He was great. I mean, all the way through to the end.
I really love that Lewis loves doing it, and he really. It's funny because you see, well, you've been doing them since the beginning, so you see his progress over the years.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like,
He's much more comfortable now.
he's more comfortable now than he used to be.
Yeah.
Cracking jokes.
Oh
and,
yeah, it's fun. I mean,
Yeah.
Lewis is just having fun, and we're having fun with him.
Yes.
it's a great time out there.
I think it helps to contribute to that sense of community.
Did the little dude show up this time? The one with his notebook?
Gideon, no, they typically, because they're down in like Georgia, I think, or Georgia or Alabama. They're way down south, and they have family up here, and they come up once a year. Or well, I don't know if they come up once a year, but they come to our October tour.
Okay.
Traditionally,
All right.
yeah.
So I need to be on the tour with him. I thought he was so cool, dude.
Gideon's our little
He's got his little notepad out, and it's just squiggly lines. He didn't even write anything down, but he had prepared questions ready to go.
Stuff. Yeah,
dude. I thought that kid was so cool.
he is. Him and Jacob are two little mascots there. You know, they come out to a lot of the events and funny guys. But yeah. No, we didn't have anybody there like that. Now, next month, if I'm not mistaken, is Willard's Brigade, right?
Yes.
And that's going to be Memorial Day weekend. That's the Saturday of Memorial Day weekend.
Right.
So make sure you include us in your Memorial Day plans. It's free, ladies and gentlemen.
It's free.
It's
You can't
free.
beat that.
It's free. So yeah, so that's good. You can't beat that, you know? I mean, it's not free for me, but it's free for you guys. Anyway, so that's about it. So what have we got going on today's show? Well, like I said, Veronica's not here, so there will be a shorter news segment. But we do have our buddy Reza from the Adams County Farmers Market. Sorry, I'm forgetting the name of where we are. And he's going to come on. It's that time of the year again, folks. My favorite time of year. Oh, what a delicious fruits and vegetables desert I'm in during the winter when all I have to choose from is the grocery store.
That was a real woe is me start to that monologue there.
Yeah, I know. It's so bitter. It's a strawberry doesn't taste like a strawberry.
Snozzberries don't taste like
Come on now.
snozzberries. I got you. You gotta be quicker.
That's it. It's on between you and me. Yeah. So anyway, we'll talk to Reza when he gets back, or when we get back from the break or whatever. And that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna go for a break. We'll be right back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
Aren't you glad you used Dial? We are too. We'll be right back.
Want the freshest cup of coffee in Gettysburg? Then visit Bantam Roasters, formerly 82 Cafe at 82 Steinway Avenue. They roast all of their coffee in-house, and they have a full coffee bar to keep you caffeinated during your trip. Visit them at www.raggededgerc.com for their menu and shipping options for all of their freshly roasted coffee. Use promo code Hancock for 10% off your order in the cafe.
Enjoy historical stories on the History Fix platform. Explore movies, short films, and documentaries. Addressing Gettysburg podcast fans receive an extra $5 off the first year's annual subscription. Sign up at historyfix.com and use promo code Gettysburg. Every subscription includes a 7-day risk-free trial. Escape into history with History Fix.
This episode of Addressing Gettysburg is brought to you in part by me, audiobook narrator Mike Scott. Narrator of Savis Beattie's Bloody Autumn, the Shenandoah Valley Campaign of 1864, and Unlike Anything That Ever Floated, the Monitor and Virginia and the Battle of Hampton Roads. If you are an author or publisher interested in having your titles produced as audiobooks, or even just in learning more about the process, give me a shout. You can find my contact info on my website, MikeScottVoice.com. That's MikeScottVoice.com.
The 1863 civilians of Gettysburg were reluctant witnesses to the Great Battle. Join Ken Rich, the man in the red shirt, for his historic town walking tours. You could book these tours by emailing ken@GettysburgTownHistory.com. That's ken@GettysburgTownHistory.com. And when you're in town, look for the guy in the red shirt. And Civil War Trails. It's the world's largest open-air museum, and they offer over 1,300 sites across 6 states. Drive the Gettysburg campaign turn by turn, paddle to Frederick Douglass's birthplace, or hike to remote earthworks and artillery positions. Visit civilwartrails.org to request a brochure and explore their interactive map. Follow Civil War Trails and create some history of your own.
You're listening to the Addressing Gettysburg podcast with Matt Callery.
Seems like we haven't seen you in forever. Welcome back to Addressing Gettysburg Today. Here's Matt.
Cam, when you call me during showtime, I can't answer the phone. Okay, that's it. That's how it goes. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow, 10:30 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time, is live stream from Little Round Top. If I understand, did the Trust put out a video of Little Round Top restoration so far? I think they did.
They might have.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a video out there.
That was shot in the fall. We're doing it live tomorrow, so you're going to see the difference between, and it's like there was no coordination there. That's like perfect luck, I think. So you can watch theirs, and then tomorrow watch ours, and you can see the progress that they made. Speaking of progress, the Adams County Farmers Market has made great progress, as we will find this year. And let's welcome its manager, Reza. Thank you very much, Reza. Dijon, right?
Jalal.
What?
Dijon? I'm not a condiment man.
Jalal.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
Right now,
wait, you are teasing, right?
No, it's Jalal.
Put that closer to your mouth.
Oh, sorry.
It is Jalal. Why did I think it was Dijon?
Well, because it starts with a D.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah.
I know.
I knew it had some funny pronunciation and spelling. Yeah, okay. All right.
So
Jalal.
In fact, Dijon is kind of an honor. You know.
Why? Because of the mustard?
Yeah, I love mustard. I love
so do I.
I'm of the Dijon dynasty, actually. I'm like royalty.
All right, fair enough. Put that a little bit close. Like bend it into your...
Okay. I was
there.
afraid to be too close to get those sounds.
No. We want to hear the poop.
Okay, good.
Okay, so now, Reza, what is the big thing? Now, normally you guys were in that empty lot behind the Rabbit Transit thing.
Yes.
But you've moved this year.
We've moved it. Well, first of all, before we launch into that, I just wanted to let you know. First of all, Matt, you're like farmers market royalty. I didn't realize until we had that first interview.
Right.
I didn't realize you were such a regular customer. I just never seen you there before. But then once I saw you once, it's like, well, you're here all the time.
Every week, yeah.
We really appreciate that.
I love
you're like
it.
a celebrity for us now. So thank you for elevating the status of the farmers market. And we did bring these look like regular door hangers, but they're actually as well $2 coupon.
Oh.
So I brought one for each of the team.
Thank you.
I'll get a fourth one for the studio audience as well.
Well, thank you very much.
Wow.
Hello, neighbor. The Adams County Farmers Market is now at the Gettysburg Rec Park, and that's where we're getting at, right?
Right.
All right. Well, thank you for this, first of all. So, Rec Park. So does that mean now that you are going to be able to expand, like have more vendors?
Yeah, absolutely. We do have more vendors this year.
Good.
Way more parking.
Wow.
The rec park has a lot of fun amenities that I think we're excited about. There's a dog park. There's a skate park.
I'll be skateboarding with my dog.
Shredding.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. You have a dog that's... I'm sorry, Colby. You have a what?
I was just saying you have one of those dogs that skateboard. On,
oh, yeah.
YouTube
No,
dogs.
I'll be on the ground on my feet. He'll be on the skateboard. Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I've seen some dogs actually like pump I'm like, what the heck?
I know. I wish I had a trainable dog. My dog could barely sit when I told her to, you know?
Well, at least you have a dog.
But she killed groundhogs. And she was a little Jack Russell. This thing could kill... I had a roommate who had two English Mastiffs.
Okay.
Right? They're like horses.
Yeah.
And he before he moved in with the dogs, he's like, well, I don't want them to eat your dog, so we should like let them meet first, you know. So I was like, okay, fine. So him and his girlfriend came over with the dogs, and we walked around, and my dog scared the crap out of them. Like they'd come near to like sniff her to like see what's going on and everything, and she'd be like, "Arr," and they'd be like, so they were afraid of her. And then when they moved in, I have pictures somewhere of them laying like on their front paws like they do the mastiffs, and she's going around between the two of them licking their ears. And
they show dominance.
And they would just lay there and let her do it. And then, my brother-in-law was afraid that his pit bull would kill my dog. She picked on him all the time, and he was like the biggest wimp in the world. Jack Russells, man, are great dogs, or at least mine was. I don't know if they all are, but yeah.
Sometimes the tiny ones are filled with like rage.
Yeah, they've got that Napoleon complex, yeah. And they have to. They've got to assert their dominance, so you're not afraid. Anyway, we're not talking about dogs. Right. We're talking about you guys.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, what can we expect this year? So, skating, dog walking.
So this year, more vendors, more parking. I think that one of the attractive features of the rec park is just that there's a lot of green space. There's picnic tables. So it's a great place to have a picnic, a great place to bring the family. So you can get the Mexican food truck.
I was going to say, you go to the Mexican food truck and go sit down in the picnic tables. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And hopefully, in that parking lot, you get all that direct sunlight for hours and hours and hours. Hopefully, with the shade from the trees, it'll be a little bit cooler and, in fact, a little more comfortable for customers.
At least somewhere to get some shade.
Right.
Where exactly in the rec park is it going to be?
That's a good question.
Yes.
That's been everyone's question, and maybe not quite intuitive because it's not like any other event that happens there. This is a kind of inside baseball for only people who know the rec park, but there's the main building, and there's two parking lots that come off of it, kind of like two lungs that loop around.
Yeah.
So the vendors will be in one half of each side of the parking lot, with customer parking being on the other half of each side of the parking lot.
Wait, draw it on a piece of paper for me here. Hold on, because I think I got what you're saying. So here, just draw it so the audience watching at home will understand what you're talking about.
That's not true. Matt needs this broken down Barney style. That's what it is.
It's not for the. It's not. It's like when we do the history shows, and I go, for the audience's sake, what is a musket?
That ever reliable audience right there.
Yeah.
They take one for the team anytime.
That's right. I always blame them when I don't know the answer. All right, now so he's drawing a picture. And
I
it's
love the commentary here.
Yeah, main entrance. Or what does that say?
That's the main building.
Okay.
And there's like two.
Which is the parking lot?
This whole thing is the parking lot.
I see.
And it loops around it. It's two halves. I think of it like two lungs.
I see.
And the lines.
And there's a polyp.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is where this is where you guys are going to be.
The vendors are going to be in the parking lot on the pavement.
Yes. Okay.
And this is actually like a green area with grass and trees and picnic tables. So there'll be like a path that goes through from one half to the other half.
Okay. So this area here, how do I do this backwards? Is not, no, wrong way. Is not going to be for parking.
Right.
This is.
Yes.
Okay. And then there's other parking
lots. And then
lots.
there's other parking lots as well.
Okay. Very good. What are some of the, you do have new vendors this year. Who are some of the new vendors?
We have one new food truck, Johnny's Eats and Treats. I haven't had them before, but I'm excited to try what they've got. Hot dogs and hamburgers and Hershey's ice cream. We have one vendor I'm super stoked about, Victoria's Casita Bakery. She's our first Latina vendor that we've had, and she is a baker. She bakes baked goods that are sort of traditionally things you'd find at like a Mexican bodega.
Okay. Empanadas.
I think she's more like sweet stuff.
Like desserts.
Yeah, like desserts.
Yes.
Yeah, sopapilla, exactly, stuff like that.
Right.
But maybe she'll branch out, and this is her first year, so I hope to see her business develop.
Everybody's getting hungry in here.
Yeah.
I know. I love Mexican food.
We have a interesting. Do you have a dog?
No, not anymore. No.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, for the dog.
She's still alive. I just gave her to my ex-girlfriend's daughter.
Okay. She's still alive. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still sorry to hear that.
I think she's still alive. I haven't heard.
No news is good news.
Yeah, I guess.
But we also have a Lincoln's Pup Cakes. And she does baked goods for your pet.
All right.
They're made with like beet juice and other healthy things for developing animals, but it's not for human consumption.
Sure. Okay. And all the same ones coming back, or for the most part, all the same ones coming back?
We got the old Ziggy Donuts. We've got Hilltop Farm Market, our mainstay Boyer Nurseries and Orchards with all the tree fruit, Weaving Roots with all their wacky produce.
Dude.
That's that young couple.
Is that
I love
okay,
them.
Yeah,
dude,
they're
they're hysterical.
They are.
My wife and I went to the farm. We go all the time as well, and we're walking through, and the guy behind their little stand is out there like we're buying some green beans and this, that, and the other, and there's shard, and we had just watched the episode in Parks and Rec about like the shard bodies, and I asked the guy, I was like, "What is shard like?" And he's like, "Dude, shard's the freaking worst. I hate it." I didn't even sugarcoat it at all. He's like, "It's the worst. I would get this if I was you." I was laughing about that for like an hour. I think.
I've seen shard. I've never had it. What is it?
It's bitter.
Is it bitter?
It's really
What do you do with it?
I think you just cook it down and add a lot of seasoning.
Okay. So it's not so bad when you cook it and season it,
Yeah.
but it's just if you ate it raw, it's just really
It
gross.
wouldn't be a good leafy green for a salad.
No, it's not. Okay. Is it like that that part of iceberg lettuce, the hard white part that
Worse.
worse
I'd
than
rather
that?
eat a salad of that than a salad
Really?
of chard. Yeah.
Oh, I hate that. That's the worst. That stuff is so bad. Okay, so Weichert, are they going to be there?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Every
good.
other week.
Right, that's what they did last year too. I'm like, it's funny because the lady, I forget her name. Actually, I never learned her name.
Tanya.
What, Tanya? Okay.
Is the mom? The
Yeah,
wife.
the mother.
Yeah.
Tanya, I always wanted skirt steak because in New Jersey, where I come from, you go to the grocery store, you get skirt steak. Grocery stores here don't have skirt steak, and I don't understand it. Like, we have a sizable a Latino population here, and that's why they had it back in Jersey, because they incorporate that a lot into the skirt and flank, and not here. And I'm like, skirt steak is the best. Like, that's my favorite.
Oh, chimichurri on there.
Exactly.
The green. Oh,
whatever.
Listen,
I make my own marinade.
There is a Latino grocery store.
Donde?
Do you know where I'm talking about? I think it's on Franklin Street.
Tanya's. Where the taco place is.
Yeah, but it's right next to that. I've never been in it. I mean, I would assume if anybody's going to have it, they might have it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I don't know if they have a meat section there. I just usually go straight through the store into the back and order food because the restaurant is pretty good. But anyway, yeah. So I used to go and ask if she had skirt steak, and she's like, "We do, but it's back at the farm. Just come back to the farm." And I'm like, "Nah."
I'm not doing that.
She's like, "Why not?" And I said, I'm like, I'm from Jersey. You pull up in somebody's driveway and get out of the car and start walking towards them. Like, you're going to get shot or they're going to throw a brick at you. Like, and she goes, "Yeah, but this is our business. We allow you to do that." And I go, "Right, I understand that. But it's still your home. And you're not, it's like if you were sitting there at a stand waiting for customers to come, that's one thing. But I got to go in there. I have to walk into part of your home. And I have to get what I want. If it's eggs or something, I think I'm on my honor to leave the money. And then if it's meats, I got to ring a bell and you'll come out and get right. I don't want to bother you. I feel like I don't want to. And so she started bringing skirt steaks for me.
Just for you.
Yeah.
That's why you're farmer's market royalty.
Because I'm a pain in the ass. That's why. Yeah. But, and that was nice. And I got one over the summer last year, and it's still in my freezer because I'm afraid to eat. Because the way things are, I figure we're going to be out of food soon. So I'm starting to hoard.
Unless you support the farmer's market. That's why.
That's why I go to the farmer's market, because I hoard all my meats from the farmer's market.
It tastes so good, man. The food in the farmer's market is just phenomenal.
Well, that's the thing, and I've said this before, I'll say it again. And anybody, wherever you are, if there's a farmer's market nearby and you've never gone, do yourself a favor and go. And like, if it's peach season, go to the grocery store, grab a peach. Then go to the farmer's market, grab a peach. Take a bite of the grocery store peach first and go, "Oh, it tastes like a peach. What?" And then take a bite of the farmer's market peach, and you're going to have juice all over your chin. It's going to be on your shirt. It's going to just blow up with juice. It's going to be so sugary sweet and delicious, and it grows that way. And so that's the big difference, no matter what it is. If vegetables have more flavor, Brussels sprouts have more flavor, the leafy greens, everything has more flavor because it's done the right way. It's not done in this mass production kind of way that they do for grocery stores, and it's not brought in from another country, picked before it's ready to go and thrown on the shelves and everything. And I understand, you got to feed a big hungry population, you got to do these things. But if you got a local farmer's market, the best time of year for me, the healthiest time of year for me, when I feel my best because of A, the weather, and B, my diet changes, is April through October.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
And if only you guys can have an indoor place. Is that a goal?
I'm glad you asked.
You're
that, Matt.
welcome.
So here, one of the big...
And these are, by the way, the only notes I have right here. Okay, main building and a lung. So I don't even. We're just going off the top of our head. But go ahead.
So one of the main reasons why we felt like the rec park was a good move for us and the next step for our sort of development of the organization and development of the market is because the rec park is probably the place where it is most viable to imagine a really show-stopping agritourism destination eventually with like a covered farmers market structure. The rec park is first of all, GARA is the authority that governs the rec park. And
Gettysburg Area Retail
Recreation
Authority.
Yeah,
yes.
that's GARMA.
GARMA,
yeah,
yes.
I get those two.
Yes, yes.
So GARA is the rec park. They
Reza, I don't want to keep bugging you, but put that to your
I'm sorry.
microphone.
Okay, I'm
or to
sorry.
your
I'm
mouth.
sorry.
Yeah. Don't be
Okay.
afraid of the pops. Put it right up.
All right.
Don't worry. We spray with
I
alcohol.
can hear my own lips. It's
I know.
bothers
Well,
me.
you take a drink of water.
Okay, good idea. I
You
will.
got
And then
cotton
I will.
mouth. I told you, just because it's 420, you shouldn't be smoking weed before the show.
Good Lord.
Oh yeah, that should be the name of the episode. eat your greens for 420 or something. Anyway,
Think of that oregano, yeah.
Yeah, the oregano, right? It's from the farmer's market, if you know what I mean.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
All right. So go ahead. You were saying.
So GARA is the governing authority of the rec park, and they've been great to work with. They are excellent, fantastic, especially as a sort of extension of the political body. That I appreciate how they keep politics because they're sort of they work in tandem with the borough. And the long and short of it is they've been great to work with. And so we're developing a shared vision of what a covered structure. Eventually we want to move out of that parking lot and perhaps build an event venue that would be primarily used by the farmers market on Saturday mornings and then used by other organizations for other events for the rest of the week. It's also worth mentioning that they have a building behind their main building which has kind of fallen out of disuse. It's not used very much. It's not very pretty looking. It was the first building that they ever built on that property. It was the old fireman's food hall for their bingo nights or something.
Okay.
But they don't use it for that anymore.
Mhm.
It's not used for anything really. And so
Is bingo still a thing anywhere?
I think
it is. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. Okay. I'm sorry. You know.
That's a good question. With
Bingo now?
COVID happening, I understand, right? Yes, but
Well, it's been an old lady since, or an old lady. It's been a long time since I was an old lady, so I haven't
Did we get that
played.
recorded there, Colby? Did we have that as a drop? Let's go.
I'll mark it. All right. So you were saying.
Yeah, there's a building there that I think we could use the footprint for to eventually put something nicer up.
Really?
Yeah.
At the rec park?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, do they know this idea?
Yeah, this was the first thing I brought to them when we first. I was very clear. I said, "This is our long-term vision. We feel like there could be a potential here to work towards this. I know it won't happen next year. I know it won't happen soon. There will be a capital campaign and a lot of conversations, I'm sure, to figure out the logistics. But that was one of the first things I brought up. And like I said, they've been great to work with. They are also stoked about this idea.
Great. So how many years down the road are we talking?
Well, it depends on money, obviously. I am looking into some big, the Adams County Farmers Market is a 501c3 nonprofit. So we are always looking for grants and always looking for donations also, by the way, listeners of Addressing Gettysburg, if you ever
How would they do that?
On our website, there's a donation portal. We're working on getting a Cash App to make it a little bit easier, but that's pending. So if you want
What's the website?
acfarmersmarkets.org, or you can just Google Adams County Farmers Market, or you can Google Gettysburg Farmers Market. We typically come up.
Now, did you say AC Farmers Marquette or Marquettes?
Markets, don't ask why, but that's the URL.
No, okay. I just wanted to make sure. Yeah.
Markets.org.
That's fine.
No, we used. Well, I mean, how deep into the politics do you want to get on this?
Let's go. Let's do it.
Well, there used to be a Gettysburg Farmers Market. And
Right.
there was a Gettysburg Farmers Market, and there was an Adams County Farmers Market. Well, now there's only one.
All right. It's not only are the peaches juicy.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Interesting.
It just shows, one remain. Two men enter, one man leaves, and
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
the last man standing.
So now, how did you become? Because you're the manager But you didn't start the farmers market.
No, it's been around for about 12 years.
All right. How did you become manager?
They were looking for a manager about 6 years ago, and I didn't have any experience really in nonprofits or with food systems, but I was a baker for a local restaurant, and I don't know why they chose me, but they took a gamble. I guess they liked my energy,
Yeah.
And then I really enjoyed the job, and I've been growing the market since I took the position, and so
I'd say you're doing a good job with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely. So now let me ask you this: do you do anything else?
No, it's a full-time,
It is.
salaried, year-round
position. That's great.
There's a lot of work. People, we're a member of the National Farmers Market Coalition, and every year or every 2 years or so, they always think of a new sort of branding effort to help farmers markets push their agenda.
Right.
This year's tagline is "Farmers markets don't just happen." There is it is not just vendors popping up in a parking lot one day a week. There is a lot of work that goes in the back end.
What do you do during the winter? What keeps you busy?
Grant writing, fundraising.
And grant writing is not as simple as just filling out an application at McDonald's. Like
Depends
that's
on the size, but yeah.
Yeah.
Especially because we have a big USDA grant right now, and so that requires a lot of reporting, a lot of crunching the numbers, making sure all your data is accurate and that your reports are accurate, and then.
So you had to learn somewhere along the way how to write grants.
Yes.
Because, sure, other people, anybody can do it, but it's probably not wise for anybody to try to do it if you really want to get the money, because you're probably going to screw up somehow. Because I did that once, and I sent it in, and I called, 2 months later, 3 months later to see what the deal was, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you were supposed to send in 13 copies, and you only sent one." And I'm like, "What? Like you can't make copies? Please." So yeah, then I said, "Well, forget it. I'm never going to try to get a grant again."
Oh, no. Don't sell yourself short, man.
Well.
It was a small oversight. Happens to everybody.
Yeah.
But I was blessed to have, we have we're a nonprofit. We have a board of directors, and we have some really strong, amazing people on our board, and one of them is a pretty experienced and very effective grant writer, and so I kind of learned from her as I went. I was not as good as I was. I wasn't as good. I'm better now than I was when I started.
Okay, good. Yeah, well, that's practice makes perfect, right?
Right.
So grant writing, and then I'm sure you're talking to new vendors, potential vendors.
Vendor recruitment is a big thing. And then obviously with the new move this year, a lot of it was figuring out the logistics of the new space, going to GARA board meetings, getting leases in order, moving the shit from, can I say shit?
Well, you just did.
Sorry. Moving the stuff from one place to the other. Sorry, I need a little bleep. Beep.
No, shit doesn't bother me. It's just, how do you want to represent the farmers market, I guess is really what it is. So.
I match the vibe of where I'm at.
Yeah, exactly.
It's your audience I'm talking to.
That's okay. They don't care. We say much worse than that. I'm sorry. Wait, what Colby?
He had a shard before he came in today.
He's going to take a shard after here. All right, so the farmers market opens when? What's the date it opens?
April 29th, Saturday, April 29th. It's our first day of
2 weeks?
2 weeks.
There we go. No, one.
Less than 2 weeks, more than 1 week.
Debbie, the human calendar, what is it?
It's just under a week and a half?
Mm-hmm.
Under a week and a half.
Exactly.
There we go. 2 Saturdays away.
Yeah, 2 Saturdays away. And we'll be there every Saturday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Until October 28th, plus maybe 1 or 2 special events in the winter.
Oh, yeah? Like what?
We'll probably do the holiday pop-up market again, which is more focused on crafts and stuff, but we definitely have our mainstay farmers market vendors.
Maybe some baked goods.
Baked goods, apples.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Sure.
What else? Oh, another big thing this year that being at the rec park is helping us do is that we have some really fun events, bigger, newer events. One thing I want to do that's already in the books, I have to publish it, is a farmers market fairy festival. So kind of like Renaissance fair style.
Would you say fairies?
Yeah.
So like people walking around dressed as fairies?
Yeah.
I'm going as Tinkerbell.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah. There we go.
I call dibs on the tooth fairy.
All right. Colby's the tooth fairy. Mike, who are you going to be? What other fairies are there? Tinkerbell and
Going to see my therapist after seeing YouTube. The fairy. Tinkerbell.
the Therafairy. Did you just say that, Colby? Damn it. You're beating me to it all night.
It's more kid-oriented than...
Yeah.
but adults can certainly dress up if they want. But.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I don't want to go with the kids there. I thought it was like anybody...
Well, it's kind of like a Renaissance fair. You know, you could be a knight in shining armor. There might probably be face painting and hopefully like a fire juggler or something. And so that's the kind of vibe.
Okay.
Fantasy sort of.
Oh yeah, like I could go just as Harry Potter if I wanted to or something.
Exactly.
Right? I'm not into that, but if I wanted to,
Don't
I
let
could.
him lie. I saw his magic wand collection, dude. He's got a whole room
not
full
just
of them.
one.
It's a totally different kind of magic wand we're talking about there. You often have a musical act playing in the background.
Yep.
If there's any local people who are musicians that would like the exposure, how would they get in touch with you about getting booked there?
Great idea.
I'm full of them.
My email is manager@acfarmersmarkets.org. Please feel free to send me an email. We try to pay the band as much as we can. We do have a little bit of a stipend, plus you can collect tips. We pay depending on how many people you bring in and what your setup is. If you have all your amps and a full band, then
do you have to supply amps to some bands?
We don't have any amps ourselves. So most bands
you have
bring
a PA? No, okay, so they got to supply everything.
Yeah,
well, that's fine.
Yeah,
Matt, we should make a jam band and go play one Saturday.
You know, I've been meaning to talk to you about that, Cole, because I've been playing my keyboards more often now. And
you breaking out those soul fingers, dude?
I am.
Good.
I am.
Everybody loves
and
a good
it's
soul
my
finger.
muscle memory's coming back.
It doesn't take long.
It's taken me a couple years.
Knock that rust off there, you know.
Yeah. Well, it's easier to play along with something.
Oh, for sure. You get the vibe going.
The vibe. That's what it's all about, is the vibe. So, okay, so manager at
acfarmersmarkets.org. My email is also on our website, pretty much plastered every page.
So just go to the website and find Reza's email.
Yeah, exactly. I'm very happy to talk with anybody who's interested.
Awesome. Okay, so what we're going to do then is come back and do you want to stick around or you have to go?
I might dip. I'm sorry, but unless you want me to...
Well, it'd be nice to have you around. We're just going to shoot the shit.
In the studio audience, I can...
Yeah, okay, there you go. Well, we'll be right back and you decide. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks, everybody.
Oh, I just stopped. Just go to the break. I hit the wrong button.
Seminary Ridge Museum and Education Center, Gettysburg's premier museum, is housed in the historic Lutheran Seminary building constructed in 1832, a witness to the first day of battle. The museum's 3 floors of exhibits connect visitors to the dilemmas that led to the Civil War, provide a powerful and personal view of the battle's first day, and explore one of the battlefield's largest hospitals. No visit to Seminary Ridge Museum and Education Center is complete without a guided tour of the building's famous cupola, where on the eve of battle, officers and civilians saw thousands of Confederate soldiers' campfires burning to the west, and Brigadier General John Buford watched for vital federal reinforcements as fighting erupted on the morning of July 1st. Today, you can stand where Buford stood and discover how this view helped chart the course of the Battle of Gettysburg. Your trip to Gettysburg is not complete without a serious visit to Seminary Ridge Museum and Education Center, Gettysburg's premier museum. Purchase tickets online at seminaryridgemuseum.org or call 717-339-1300.
To get tickets or a cupola tour, listeners may call or walk in and mention addressing Gettysburg, or by ordering online using the promo code AG1863 for 20% off.
Seminary Ridge Museum and Education Center. It began here.
There's a devil to pay.
If you're a lover of history, then go to trhistorical.com. There you'll find apparel, drinkware, decor, and more featuring a wide range of interests from the ancient world to the Cold War. Looking to make an impression with the perfect gift? Well, TR Historical now offers gift cards and a vintage wrapping service for a truly unique presentation. And our listeners will receive 10% off plus free shipping in the U.S. when you use promo code GBERG1863. So go to trhistorical.com, TR Historical, for the love of history.
Think Think outside the bus and let family-owned Gettysburg Tours take you on a cycling journey across the picturesque and historic Gettysburg battlefield. There's no better way than by bicycle to gain a feel for the terrain of the battlefield. Slow enough to see it all, yet fast enough to do it all. Follow the route of Union troops entering the fray as you ride to the site of the first shots of this epic 3-day battle. Feel the drama as you put yourself in the position of a Confederate soldier just before he steps off to make Pickett's charge. Take a stand with the heroic Colonel Chamberlain on the slopes of Little Round Top, just before you view the fields of honor beneath you from its summit. All of our guides are officially licensed by the National Park Service. So don't get a sore neck trying to see out of your car, and saddle up with Gettysburg Tours for a 360-degree view of America's most important piece of real estate. Gettysburg Tours. Think outside the bus. Go to gettysburg.com or call 717-752-7752 to book a battlefield experience you will never forget.
You've heard us promote various ways that you can help us keep the show going, but one way we haven't pushed too much is our sutlery at addressinggettysburg.com/shop. That's a shame because we have designs over there by talented artists like Ty DeWitt of 1863 Designs and Mike Stretch of the Heritage Depot. So now we're promoting it. Buying shirts, hoodies, mugs, and other items from our sutlery not only helps us keep the lights on, but it also helps guys like Ty and Mike, and it helps spread the word about the show every time you wear an item or you sip from your mug. So head over to addressinggettysburg.com/shop and grab some merch. It's the perfect Christmas gift for the Gettys nerd in your family. That's addressinggettysburg.com/shop.
Have you noticed our revamped website at addressinggettysburg.com? Well, that's the fine work of a man named Mike Stretch, and he also redid our logo for us. Both of them I originally designed, and both of them were originally horrible, but now they're nice, and that's all thanks to Mike. Mike has an awesome t-shirt company called Heritage Depot. There you'll find great designs based on Gettysburg and the Civil War with t-shirts and other types of merchandise. So go to heritage-depot.com and spruce up your Gettys Nerd wardrobe. That's heritage-depot.com. Our favorite bookstore in Gettysburg is For the Historian, located at 42 York Street. It's because they have the best selection of Civil War books in Gettysburg, both new and used. And online, they have even more to choose from. And if the Civil War isn't your thing, that's not a problem. This is For the Historian, after all. They cover history from the ancient world to the 21st century with a strong selection of World War II and American Revolution books. It's astounding how many thousands of titles from Osprey, Savas Beatty, UNC Press, and more they have in their store. And that's because, well, they have a warehouse too. And that's where they keep all the books that are available online at forthehistorian.com. And folks, if you go to forthehistorian.com now and order books until you're blue in the face, be sure you mention that you heard about them on Addressing Gettysburg in the Note to Seller box, and they will refund your shipping costs. And if you prefer to stop by when you're in town, well, you could do that too. Just mention Addressing Gettysburg at checkout, and they'll take 20% off the retail price of your item. So go to forthehistorian.com or stop by 42 York Street, or you can call them at 717-685-5207. That's forthehistorian.com or 717-685-5207.
You're listening to Addressing Gettysburg.
Over 1 million total downloads and counting. You're back with AG Today.
Thank you, Cuevos Grande. Yes, over 1 million and counting. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna add them up again to see how much over 1 million we are now. Because we hit 1 million, I think. What was that? Summer, I think.
Yeah.
So early. I don't remember if it was early or late summer, but we hit 1 million then. I'm sorry, Colby. Sorry. Go ahead.
I just couldn't hear you guys that well.
You couldn't hear us?
No, now I can hear you better now.
Interesting. Very interesting. All right, so Veronica is not here, so there's no news, but there are some things that I want to tell you about.
Yeah.
First of all, next week, guess where I'm going next week, Mikey?
New Jersey?
No. Why would I be excited about that?
West Virginia?
What? Yes, I would love to go to West Virginia.
Orlando, Florida?
No, I'm not going to Florida.
Italy?
We're going to Disney World.
AG Today is going to Disney World.
Yeah, it's a Disney trip through. AG is taking everybody to Disney. You get a car. You get a car. You get a car. And we're going to Disney.
That's what it feels like, dude.
No, I'm going to Winchester for 4 days. Well, I'll be in Virginia for 4 days. I'm going to my uncle's on Monday, and then what the hell was that?
That sounded like a siren.
Oh God! Lock the door. Lock the door. Lock the door. Lock the door.
Is it Cameron?
It's Cam with his he's megaphone. He's like he bought his.
Shy
Go ahead, let him in. He's gonna cry.
Try it harder, Cam.
What? Now, by the way, this is the guy who says
he didn't want to be on air anymore.
I don't want to be used for comedy purposes, and you show up with a megaphone. Let me see that thing, Cameron. Let me see. That's a huge. Look at this thing, and you got the separate hand. I like this.
What is it doing?
I can hear it.
Is it on siren?
Oh,
that's what that is. We don't want the siren on.
Oh, I'm gonna take.
You're about to blow out your drums,
right
dude.
now.
Yeah, I know. How do you do this? What? How do I talk into the thing here,
You
Cam?
gotta turn the volume up.
Barney
The volume
style, bro.
up. Okay. Oh, all right. We don't want the. I don't want the siren on. Jeez. Okay, I just want to talk into the thing. There we go. So yeah, so I want to get one of these. Hey, no, it makes too much noise. Why does it make so much noise?
I think it might be the air from that you have blowing out of here, rebounding off of the shape of the inside of that thing.
No.
I think that's what it is, bro.
No, it's doing
Yeah.
it. No,
Because I hear it less when you turn it away.
Because I'm turning it away from the microphone.
Yeah, exactly. That's what's picking it up. It's the microphone.
What the hell are you talking about? Here, get this out of my face, Cameron, please. Thank you very much. Oh, it's got a USB thing in it. Anyway, all right, watch out there. How you doing, Cameron?
All right.
All right, good. You all right?
Yeah.
You sure? You seem under the, or you see down in the dumps.
Allergies.
Ah,
That's what I say when
okay.
I'm sad too. Allergies.
Anyway, I'm going to Winchester next week.
Congratulations.
We're recording an anniversary show.
With Casey and all them.
Casey and all them.
You doing it in his place, the upstairs place?
No, well, he offered to, but I said, no, man, we do these on the field. You know, we do the anniversary shows in the field. So we're gonna go. So I'm going Monday to for family, staying over there. Going Tuesday to Winchester, getting tours, and then staying over Wednesday. We're gonna do the show. Stay over again. Leave Thursday. Casey is very generous. He's putting me up in the hotel both of those nights.
Nice.
And I appreciate that. So thank you to Casey for doing that. Because, I mean, he's going to get himself some producer credit on that episode. And I'm looking forward to that. So we're going down there to record that.
So when is that
anniversary.
happening again?
That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Come back Thursday.
Next week?
Next week.
All right.
Yeah, and then I'll be back in time to do the show on Thursday.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, right. So that's one thing I'm looking forward to there, and that will be out on the 15th of June.
Oh, yay.
Well, should I do 15th? Because it was the 13th through the 15th, right?
It was, yeah.
What do you think I should do, the 13th or the 15th?
I say 14th, bro.
14th.
Split it right
Split
down
it right in the middle.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, all right, 14th. And then what else? Oh, yeah, I was invited to speak at a couple of roundtables in Tennessee.
Okay.
And I said, okay, what the hell am I going to talk about? But yeah, I'm going to go do that. Maybe this fall, maybe. I think we're going to go. It was originally proposed to be June, but I was like, I'm not going to be able to get out there in June.
No.
But maybe in September or something like that.
Yeah.
It's Matt McClanahan is a listener, and
Oh, yeah.
he,
Yeah, absolutely.
Rue McClanahan's grandson.
Matt's
He's the one who invited me out, and I talked to him today, and I said, yeah, well, September fall might be the better time to do it, and I'm gonna see if Bo wants to come with me. That might be
That'd
fun.
be a good travel buddy.
Yeah.
Bo would be a good travel buddy. When you did the live event out behind Farnsworth, I was pretty much hanging with Bo the whole time.
Yeah.
He's a good long-term companion. He talks when it's time to talk, and he's all right just being quiet. And
He
I
also
really
talks when it's time
appreciate
not
that.
to talk.
But he has taste when he does that. He's like a jazz musician. He knows when to fill that space.
No, he's a great improviser, yeah. But I was thinking, because he offered to fly me out, but I hate flying.
You got a fear of flying, bro?
No. No.
Is it a comfort thing?
Yes. There's no leg room on the plane. I don't like being stuffed shoulder to shoulder with a bunch of strangers, and I'm not a germaphobe. I just don't.
You can splurge a little bit, get that business class.
Well, then, yeah, but then I'm paying. See, he was offering to fly me out, and then it's like, well, I only fly business. Well, who am I?
Well, if Bo falls through and you need a riding buddy, maybe Tommy and I will go.
That's why I was thinking I'd bring Bo, because I said, you know what? I've never seen that part of the country. I would like to drive it. And it's just a shot down 81, and then you hit 40 or something like that, and head on over.
You guys got to hit Nashville. Nashville is.
What, Cameron? What are you shaking your head about?
You're passing a whole state as you're going down.
Yeah, no, I'm quite aware of that. But here's the difference, Cameron, okay? I will do a 9-hour drive if my expenses are covered and I'm being paid on top of that, which I am for this. I'll go to West Virginia on a 4-hour drive. Just pay me. No, I'm just teasing you. I'm teasing you, Cameron.
He looks so
I would absolutely
right
would. Cameron, I would love to go to West Virginia, and I tease you about the time. I would. I just need to find the time to go. That's what it is. I'll make the time to go.
I got a free house down there for you to stay in.
Yeah, and I want to stay at that cabin that you showed me. Yeah, that looks cool.
And there's plenty of stuff down there to see.
You know what? This year is the year of finding a work-life balance for me. And if I find myself a lady friend, I'll be like, Cameron, send me the keys to the cabin.
No. That's not how.
What? It's a romantic little.
Backpedal that quick in a long time.
No. That's not how it's works. I want you to come down so you can see the Civil War sites.
Well, no, we'll do that.
He just don't want you
During
to have
the
any
day.
lady friends, man.
Besides, you're forgetting about something else last weekend.
What happened last
When I
weekend?
text you during when you're out there in that field, say you better get them out of the field.
Because of the lightning.
No. What touched down just north of Gettysburg?
Tornado. Yeah, that's right. Well, we were kind of hoping.
Who comes to your all's rescue to get the
Cameron
collar?
Mallow. Oh, that's a great point, Cam. Thank you very much for bringing that up. So the young Marines were, heading back with the flag, and you pulled up. Like, were you already there, or did you tell me the story? I wasn't there.
I messaged you. I was over at the military show.
Let me
Did
real
you get
quick.
any good books?
Yeah, some good ones, and talked to some veterans, as I normally do.
Of the Civil War?
No,
Okay.
modern day.
I was gonna say they must have been old. Now wait, Cam. Did you were there? Oh, with the messaging thing, right? When I'm in the middle of the show, or when I'm on a tour, and the tour it's pouring, right?
Well, that's what I know, but
I can't answer the phone because it'll get wet.
I texted you. I said there's a tornado coming.
No, but I can't. The phone has to stay in my pocket so it doesn't get wet. You understand? So I didn't see your message or hear if you called or whatever because I was in the middle of getting drenched. But thank God you showed up, because what happened?
I saw somebody carrying the flag through the field, and I figured best thing to do is just put it in the back of my truck.
Mm-hmm. And they did. And you had it and got it back to me, and I appreciate that, because they were, afraid that they were going to get hit by lightning. And we didn't want that to happen to them.
And you also had a tornado just north of town touch down.
Yeah, now where did it touch down north of town? Does anybody know?
I heard it went towards Clear Spring.
Clear Spring.
Yeah, there's a place.
Dude, they can see the wheels working so hard right now.
Am I stupid? What is Clear?
No.
Where is that? Don't answer that question if I'm stupid. Where is Clear Spring?
North.
York Springs?
It's towards York, yeah.
York Springs.
No, but I think on my map thing it shows Clear Spring.
Poland Spring?
No.
Clear Spring. Find it, Cameron, please. Somebody find it. I don't think Clear. Doesn't sound right. Clear Spring.
Yeah, it's just north of York Springs.
So there is a Clear Spring.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I
It's
stand.
south of Dillsburg.
That's right. That's what I
Where
heard.
you got your cowboy boots.
That's right. And I never went back to get that second pair. Remember, they didn't have it in my size.
I think that was a best case scenario for you.
What? Not getting those?
Yeah, you just need one good pair of boots, man.
Yeah, and I like these. They got the rubber soles.
That's all right, dude. You try to walk around anywhere that's not a dance floor in those freaking hide finished bottom cowboy boots, you'll slip and slide everywhere, dude. It's
No,
like
I know,
walking on a slip.
and they kill your back.
Yeah, it's terrible.
No,
Terrible.
so it's who just snorted?
No, I think that was Cam.
Did you? Was that you, Mike?
No.
Did you do that, Cam?
No.
Don't be lying.
Wait, well, it wasn't Mike. It wasn't me because I was talking with Colby. It wasn't him. Who's just went?
It's one of the two that have microphones.
Not me. I don't want to be known for that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay. What, for having a natural bodily function?
For snorting.
We all snort, Cam. We all snort.
Matt made me snort earlier. I was laughing. You got me good.
That's right. That's right. Do you have any, Cam? You were born in Winchester.
Actually, yes, I was.
And do you have any suggestions while I'm down there? What I should do? What I should see?
All the Civil War battlefield sites.
Which, yeah. Could you pull that mic to your mouth? You know, I cannot find a solution to people that don't know how to use microphones.
Because now everybody's used to the actual
microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't. They're not. This headset thing is kind of old
I'm gonna
school.
just tape it to their nose.
You can get. You know what you can get, man? The shirt microphones. You have them.
Lavaliers.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
clip it to their
That way, yeah.
lapel.
But then they'll probably start thumping their chests.
Yeah.
Or the televangelist, got the little earpiece in there.
Well, that's what that's supposed to be.
Well, that's the Howard Cosell version.
Yeah, well, but it's the same idea. You know, you got all right. Anyway, Cam, whatever. It's not everybody knows microphones. You were saying.
Yes, I was born down there.
And so, where should I go? What should I do? What's the coolest thing that you think is in Winchester?
I think the battlefields are the most best thing about Winchester.
Where's the best cheese grits?
Well, the best sandwich shop is my cousin's shop
That's not
down
what I
there.
asked. But
What's the name of your cousin's shop?
Trying to remember it. It's
Trying to remember.
no.
Oh,
I'll have to,
that's not the name of the.
no.
All right. But it's a good name though.
trying to
Tryna.
remember. I like it.
Not trying to.
All
Tryna.
right.
Tryna. Tryna remember. I like that. Tell him to change the name to Trying to Remember.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
It's right there on the edge of the historical part of town.
Is it? Have you been in that part, like the old part of town that they not walled off, but they blocked it off to traffic? It's only like for foot traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
down.
Well, you were with me, Colby.
Yeah.
That was pretty neat. What was the name of that place that we ate at? Is it Union Jack or something like that?
Yeah. I think it was.
That was pretty good.
It was good.
And then that homeless guy accosted us.
Dude, well, we talked. Was it the same guy that was walking with us and talking for like?
No,
that felt like an hour.
That was the other guy. Man, I'm telling you, I love country living. I mean, I really do. Like, it's beautiful. People are nicer and stuff. But no matter where you go, whether it's Winchester or
There's always
Westminster
one,
or
dude.
Gettysburg, you're going to find somebody who will just talk your ear off about absolutely nothing you care about.
And they got no social cue
They
recognition.
have no ability to see that you're trying to get away. Like, I'm literally chewing off my arm and it's not even stuck under anything. And they're like, oh, so anyway, my Uncle Charlie. And I was like, oh, Jesus, shoot me. My neighbor's like that. My neighbor does that.
That guy was about two Long Island iced teas too deep. You
He
know?
was.
He was there though. He was feeling it.
My neighbor's so bad at it. One time he came over, knocking at the door, and I look out and I see it's him, and I go, oh, geez, this is going to be 45 minutes. So I take my phone and I put it to my ear, and as I open the door, I say, hang on a sec, Ma. And he goes, hey, so, I just want to show you this book I got on George Sears Green, and, but the cover, the book, the dust sleeve is pink. I think Green would be flipping over in his grave if he saw that he had a pink dust cover. And I go, I don't think pink was a sissy color back then, or girly color. I think he would have,
He
not
just like having a
cared.
book.
Yeah, right, exactly. Jiffy sandwich shop in Westminster or Winchester. I'm going to try that out. And sees me standing there with the phone to my ear, right? Just heard me say, hang on a sec, Ma, someone's at the door. And he goes on for 25 minutes. And finally I go,
Did you ever? I was going to ask you if you pretended to hang up.
no, I'm sitting there like this the whole time, like an asshole. And I go, hey, I won't say his name, I don't want to embarrass him. I go, hey, gurgler. My mom's on the phone here. I got to finish this call. Oh, yeah, okay. Not, oh, sorry to take up so much of your time from the phone call that you were on before you answered the door.
He's trying to make you feel bad about it.
No, he just doesn't have the social cues to he just doesn't understand that if you come up to someone and they're on the phone in their own home, you go, "Oh, sorry, I'll wait, or I'll come back, or whatever."
Or I'll call first.
No, I'm not giving him my number. Are you kidding me? No way. No way.
Cam, where you get the best cheese grits, man?
Best cheese grits, Cameron, in Winchester.
I don't know about that, but
Thank you for putting the mic to your mouth without me telling you.
You're good, man.
but I know my cousin's got a good restaurant down there.
What was it called again? Flippy Japs?
Jiffy.
Jiffy Flaps.
Flaps.
No, I showed you the photo of.
Jiffy Flaps. I hope
You wrote
that's
it
what it's
down.
called.
I didn't write it down. No, I wrote down trying to remember. I thought that was the name of the place. There was a place.
Jiffy Sandwich Shop.
Jiffy Sandwich Shop. Now I'll write it down. I'll
You
listen to
should
this
tell them to
before
change it
then.
to Jiffy Flaps.
Jiffy Sandwich.
Just tell them I sent you, and you'll probably get a discount. That's you.
Or I'll get kicked out.
Yeah, an upcharge maybe.
Yeah, not everybody. Right. You're saying I'll tell them that, but not the audience.
Yeah.
Remember that, folks. Don't think that you're going to drop Cam's name. But you know what? It brings business in
It
for him.
does, yeah.
You know, why not? Jiffy Pop Sandwich Shop.
Pop Sandwich Shop? Yes! Jiffy Flap should be a flapjack place. You know?
Yeah, like a breakfast place.
So,
But Jiffy Pop Sandwich Shop, dude. I'm about that.
What kind of sandwiches? What's your favorite there?
What kind of pop they got?
I haven't been there in a while, because when their schedule is mostly during the week, and they're not really open on the weekends.
You don't have a favorite
How's their Cuban?
sandwich?
They got a good Cuban?
Last time I was there, they had a nice. It was a nice ham and cheese sandwich I got.
Yeah, that's right. You have a very plain diet. Like you're not a very adventurous eater, right? Like you like plain hamburger, no cheese. Are you lactose intolerant?
No, it's
Just intolerant.
just it's how I've always been.
Right. Okay. No, that's fine. I'm not making fun of it, but it is something like when we go out to dinner, you know, wherever we go, you know, they could be specializing in like the greatest this type of cuisine ever, and Cam's just like, "You got a burger?" You know, and he gets a plain burger.
He knows what he likes.
He knows what he likes, and he sticks with it. He doesn't care. So ham and cheese sandwich.
I don't sometimes I don't like a lot of times really venture out on my food because the money cost. So normally I just stick with what
It's not cheap.
He's a practical man.
There you go. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I you can't argue with that, Cameron. I'll tell you what,
can't
though.
beat that down.
If you want to try something different,
We did one time.
What'd you try?
hibachi.
And about went running out the back door whenever it set the grill on fire.
Did they make you an onion volcano?
Yeah, that's what it was, and he didn't know because he'd never been to one, and. So,
What about when they're spinning
so
the knives?
I have a video of it somewhere. I have to find it, but the guy
How did
likes
you video it when you was grabbing me, tell me it's okay?
one hand is on the camera and the other hand is on your arm, saying it's okay, Cam, don't worry, it's not going to get you. And
Victoria and her mom's on the floor about ready to die.
her name isn't Victoria, Cameron.
Veronica.
Oh, I wish she was here. Oh God. Oh, that's great, Victoria.
Oh man, Cameron, I missed you, buddy.
Yeah, me too.
Will you turn that music on?
Come on, man, that was.
Dude, that was take your lap. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, that was a
We're
good
on the
one.
basis there, buddy.
There's also some other news. This past week,
You proposed?
No.
Oh.
This past week, I finished teaching.
Right, so you're done for the year.
Is it summer vacation time now?
No.
Tell everybody.
Fort McHenry, Monday.
Yes.
Good for you, man.
Oh, say, can you see?
What position are you gonna fill there?
In seasonal interp park ranger.
Good for you, man. That's
And-
awesome.
Congratulations, Cam.
Then this past week, we've been.
That's not me, Cam. No, I don't know why you're looking over here.
I just turned my head away so I don't bust out laughing at him. Give me that bull. Give me my bullhorn. Hey, tell you, I got the louder bullhorn now.
Okay, come on.
You know, somebody's going to cut that on YouTube, and they're going to make fun of you now, trying to butcher the
Good. Maybe we'll go viral and we'll get more listeners.
Yeah.
See, you shouldn't be afraid of people having
There's
fun.
no press that's bad press, but
Well,
Also, this week, everybody back home is fighting forest fires right now.
Really?
Really?
I didn't hear that.
I don't know why. I don't know. We had some heavy wind this past week. Sunday.
Too many beans in the diet.
No.
Get it? Heavy wind?
Oh, very fun.
That's what happens to me.
No. A heavy windstorm come through.
Got it. And so what? Somebody flicked a cigarette in the?
No, it knocked down a transformer pole.
Oh, really?
Onto the.
Well, people should know not to mess with transformers.
And that
man.
started a forest fire.
Yeah.
Only you can prevent forest fires, unless there's a strong wind.
With our powers combined.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Well, so
Where in West Virginia? Near your home?
Franklin, West Virginia.
Is that near your home?
Yeah, it's the next town over.
How far away is it?
About 25 miles or so.
How far is it from here?
It's not to a time zone. I know where you're going with this.
No, I just want to know how far it is.
It's about the same distance. Add another about 30 minutes.
So 4 hours?
No,
you're 2 hours away.
About 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours,
So
okay.
you're probably about another 30 minutes on.
I would drive 2.5 hours. It's the 3 and the 4 hours. That's where,
But that is 3 hours.
2.5? Essentially, yes. I would drive 2. Then you got to carry me the rest of the way.
They had one fire in smoke holes, but it's been contained.
Mm-hmm.
There's then another fire in Franklin, outside of Franklin, that they've been fighting.
I was waiting, dude. I was wondering. I've been sitting here for like 5 minutes wondering when you were going to do that.
Come on, we're talking about fire. I had to do it. Go ahead.
And then they had one earlier today that got knocked out real quick.
Knocked out, you mean put out?
Put out.
Yeah.
Just a good 1-2 punch.
But interesting part, I was just actually in that area on Sunday doing some, gentleman was driving me around, showing me some historical sites for my book I'm working on the swamp dragons.
Oh, yeah?
And
when's that coming out?
I'm still in the process now, finishing some stuff.
How far are you?
About 80% done.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh, Cam.
Can I get an autographed copy when you finish?
Yeah.
Can I interview you about it when you're done?
And just to give you an idea how many places, those are GPS coordinates of some of the sites.
3.
Oh, no, there's more.
Oh, yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No, zoom it out. You'll see more.
Okay.
So.
Oh, yeah, wow. Like hundreds of them. No, dozens.
Cam, last time I talked with you, you were close to finishing up your casualty database.
Yeah, that's all done too now.
So it's done?
It's all the regiments, all their casualties are in. I just got to finish putting some names, some comments.
Like, does not play well with others.
Keep away from fire.
Yes.
No, and now
bonfire.
But one of the names isn't Lentz, is it?
No, it's not Lentz.
He might have been Private Bubble Boy back then. Keep him in a bubble so he doesn't get hurt. I'm still up for that. If you guys want to go halvesies on making Lentz
like a gerbil ball.
Yeah.
Didn't we? We were talking about that a couple of years ago,
A
right?
gust of wind in Pennsylvania, and I'll go rolling down the Emmitsburg Road. There I go.
That's right.
No, he can't go
some
down
speed.
Emmitsburg Road because then he's coming to my house.
Well, you got to catch him.
Then you could catch him.
No.
And roll him back to us.
I'll let him go down to Maryland.
Sacrifice the body, Cam. You got to sacrifice the body.
No, I'm not doing that. My body.
No. All right, Cam. So what? What else? So you're done with the database. You're almost done with the book. Are you going to self-publish the book, or are you going to look for a publisher?
I think I'm looking for a publisher, so I'm going to be in the market for it.
Okay. Well, I might know somebody.
I know, and I've already had a couple people when I was just pitching the idea of what I was doing. They said, "Oh yeah, we're into that."
Do you know somebody who's a good, like an editor who can read it and go through and?
I don't know anybody.
You don't?
But I'm warning you, there's over 1,000 pages been written.
Jesus.
Whoa.
Wow. That's a man after my heart right there.
Yo.
It's like Bill Staples' Carney book.
Well,
isn't it 1,000 pages or 800? What is it?
You're going to condense that, Cam, or are you going to
I'm
publish
going
it
to
at
try
1,000?
to. It's going to be cut down just so much.
What size is the font?
Well, right now it's 12-point double space.
Double space.
You can go down to 10, can't you?
Yeah, you can.
I think you can. I think, like, for novels, you can go down to 10.
Yeah, yeah.
If you just look at all those
And
sites
single
right
space.
there, I mean, there's murders in there I'm talking about. There's
Have you thought of maybe splitting it up into a trilogy?
You could do a volume, like a volume kind of series.
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, maybe
Look at us.
that would be more palatable
Game
for
plan
people if you just volume 1, volume 2, volume 3.
Maybe do an overview book first and then do trilogies.
Let me ask you a question. When are they formed up? When's their first battle?
Oh, well, there wasn't never really no battles. It was more little skirmishes.
All right. Well,
they were more like
like Quantrill's Raiders kind of thing.
Yeah, like
But not as
Mel
menacing?
Gibson's guys in The Patriot.
Yeah, but I can tell you, a few years ago, I got to meet an author who wrote a book on Appalachia and got made into a movie.
Hillbilly Elegy.
Oh, don't
I heard
even
that was
start
actually. I
that
heard
one.
that was really good.
No,
is that a bad thing?
That guy almost got ran out on a pole in Cincinnati in 2000.
So I thought that was the same guy that you're talking about. Okay.
I'm talking about somebody else I met a few years ago. Real quick.
Okay.
Charles Frazier.
The Charles Frazier? Never heard of him. So what is he? I've never heard of him. What does he write? What did he write?
Cold Mountain.
Oh, that Charles Frazier. Yeah,
I didn't realize that's who. I thought someone else wrote.
He was a resident. He was a writer residence write-in for Shepherd one winter during their Appalachia Appreciation Weekend. And they do music that weekend. They had a resident writer in, and it was Charles Frazier. So I got to hear him speak.
Now, is yours going to be a love story like Cold Mountain?
No, but mine's
his is a true story.
Mine's all true stuff.
Yeah.
Cold Mountain's a true story.
It's a history of.
Some the events.
I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you.
Nicole Kidman wasn't in the Civil War.
I don't think there's really going to be. I'm going to put any. Really want to put in love. I'm not that kind of writer. I don't know how to write like that.
Write love.
It's not easy, man.
No.
You have to have a great imagination because it ain't like what people write about.
If this movie was to get made into a movie script, I'll let Hollywood do that part. I'm not doing it. I'm writing true, unique, new stuff that's never been researched.
Maybe Lin-Manuel Miranda will make a musical out of it, and it'll be like the next big thing. That's what he did. That's what he did with Hamilton.
Oh, that's what his name is? I didn't know his name.
I can tell you, there's just one gentleman.
I was thinking of Carmen Miranda. I thought you got it wrong.
Where in the world is
No, that's Carmen Sandiego. No. That's Carmen Sandiego.
I heard Carmen. I couldn't resist.
I can tell you lately, though, I've got...
Carmen Miranda was the woman who wore the fruit bowl thing on her head, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Chica
banana.
I can tell you, but the one guy recently that I was introduced to down there by some local historians, he's been an incredible help to me finding some of these sites.
Now, are these sites that are not known? Like
No,
you're
they're
saying,
not.
finding.
You could drive by and not know that. This
So how do
actually
you
happened.
know when you get to the
This
site?
guy actually got
Who are you shouting at? Who are you shouting at?
I'm not shouting.
I'm just teasing you. Go ahead.
This guy actually met some of the grandchildren of the veterans, the veterans' grandchildren, the people that witnessed it. He got to speak to some of the grandchildren and great-grandchildren that heard first-hand accounts. And some of the oldest people he met when he gathered these stories the first time were like 106 years old.
Really?
So how reliable are those stories?
Yeah, what do they remember?
They're pretty reliable. I try to match them with actual documentation from old newspapers of the time.
Right, okay. So I came down the mountain, and there was the abominable snowman talking with Santa Claus.
Oh, my, here we go.
Well, let me ask you this, Cam. So
and the captain ordered... Go ahead.
So, Cam, in this research, then talking to this guy, have you gained any any of the drama that would be found inside of this home guard unit?
Oh my, yes.
Lots of drama to tell stories about, because people love drama, man.
A lot of drama.
That's why there's a whole genre dedicated to it.
There's been murders. There was murders from both sides.
Sure. There's a lot of murders.
It's called war.
Sunday, I left up here early to get down there to meet him at 2 o'clock. And he went and took me all over the place. We even went to one house where the dragons busted in the door and chased a man who was hiding upstairs off the porch, the roof of the porch. He went around the backside of the house, pulled a gun, and shot at Samson Snyder.
Now, who's Samson
Missed him.
Snyder?
He was one of the captains of one of the different Union Home Guard units of the area.
All right.
So was he even a swamp dragon?
It was their nicknames.
He was though.
Yes.
One. Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Someone just said, "Where's Cam's interpreter? Where's John Zabawa?"
I don't need an interpreter. I can do it myself.
Okay. All right.
The one.
All right.
One.
Zabawa.
The house I went into, there was 15 dragons came up to the door. They busted in. He was upstairs hiding. They chased him out. He jumped down off the back porch roof, ran around the house, shot and missed Samson Snyder. And then as he got down under the hill from the house, they shot him and killed him in cold blood.
I don't know if it's cold blood if he was shooting, you know.
Good point. That's a good point.
Wartime. If he's shooting at me, I'm going to tell you something. I'm putting him down.
Have you read or seen the movie? Have you read the book or seen the movie In Cold Blood?
No.
Those people weren't shooting. They were killed in cold blood.
I would take that from the title.
Which is a straight. I never understood that term because blood is warm unless you're already dead. Then it's cold because it'll get.
I think in cold blood, meaning like you're icy, it was premeditated. You're a cold person.
You're just okay. No feeling, no regard.
Right.
Just boom.
Right.
Deadpan,
if you will.
Another interesting thing he's done is showed me old Native American Indian trails.
Oh wow.
Well, that's fun.
That's cool.
He showed me how they operated, how the routes operated. And I'm learning from him that one of the tricks of the swamp dragons was they used these old Native American routes to get around quickly.
How cool is that?
Okay. So they knew the land. They knew it better than. Well, they probably they wouldn't have known it better because they were a home guard, but they were on the Union side.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't have known it better than the Confederates. They would have known it just the same because they were from the same area, theoretically.
And some of these fights actually took place on these old Native American trails.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then I got a challenge for you. I'm actually going to get in shape for it. So if you want a challenge for your...
What? I like the way this is going.
All right.
Go ahead.
I'm telling you, it's going to be... I'd like to try to see if we can get a few people in on this.
What is it? Tell me.
Cam?
The gentleman that did that's been showing me around did this back in 1998 about when the 250th anniversary of the burning of Fort Seibert took place. He did a 2-day hike from Fort Seibert to Seneca, following the original...
New York?
How many miles is that?
No, Fort Seibert to Seneca.
New York?
No, West Virginia.
All right, okay. All right.
How many miles is that, Cam?
I don't know exactly.
Well, I mean, ballpark me here. What are you thinking? Like 50 miles?
2 days. Like 2 days. How long would it... What would you do in 2 days? Like, what's the average
Well, it
walk
depends.
in
I mean, if you're
mountains?
civilian walking, that's one figure. If you're walking...
That's an hour.
He did it in
or a mile.
They did it in a couple days.
Okay.
They did at least 2... He said that it was up to 2 days at least of hard hiking. But they left from Fort Seibert. They camped in Greenwald Gap where Killbuck had his captives and his warriors camped the one night for the first night. And then the second day they made it to Seneca. Now the trail goes farther, goes all the way in Ohio. But they only went to Seneca. They only did the trail that goes through Pendleton County.
Somebody asks here, where can they find your database? Where it's not out yet, but where are you going to put it?
I don't know yet.
Would you like to put it on our website or link to it on our website?
Well, original idea was...
look at that.
Original idea was to give it to the Park Service.
Well, but it's a database, so it's digital. It could be shared.
But I want to make sure there's no copyrights to it.
Well, the whole thing is an infringement on copyright. Because you took it from... But you could do... What? Come on. Put it on my website.
Original idea was to give it to the Park Service because...
But I understand the original idea is you could still give it to the Park Service. I'm saying also put it on my website because our audience could use it.
Yeah, but I want to first give it to the Park Service.
What's the difference? You give it to both at the same time.
What's one question you get that they get over there at the front desk sometimes?
Here's the deal, man.
Is this where I find Cameron Mallow? That's what they get.
I've heard that question before.
Where's the bike?
Cam?
Actually, I think at the front desk they get, where's the visitor center?
Or
a
worse
lot of
manner.
the questions that I've heard over the years at different visitor centers is about their ancestors. They're wanting to find out about their ancestors.
Sure.
Right.
Especially ones that were wounded or something.
That's right.
Yep.
And that's what set me off on this venture doing it. Plus the time I spent at Antietam working at the Pry House years ago, when I put together a whole list of the Smoketown Hospital casualties.
That's when you got arrested, right? Remember?
I didn't get
Put him
arrested.
in the cell with a long hose
Cam,
on him.
you
Put him in the
get-
cell with a long hose on him.
You got a history with the law, huh?
No, he didn't get arrested, ladies and gentlemen.
Listen, Cam.
I just want to play that clip.
to play to Matt's to play devil's advocate here, man. I get that you want to give it to the park, right? I get that, and you should so do that.
Exactly.
But at the same time, you should also do that off Matt's website, because here's what's happening. You're making it possible for more people to get interested in the thing that you're absolutely interested in, which is the swamp dragons.
This has nothing to do
No,
with
this isn't the Swamp Dragons.
This is not a database for
No,
them?
no. This is a
No.
database of the casualties at the Battle of Gettysburg.
Oh, dude, you should definitely do that. Also, most of the people that are going to walk in there and ask questions like that, I mean, really ask those people questions, are probably people that are listening to this show.
Well, and not only that, but they can have it too. But so what I'm saying is the park, if you give it to the park, they're going to say, thank you very much, Cameron. And then they'll keep, they'll keep it somewhere. They're not going to put it on their website or anything. I'll put it on the website.
The idea, though, is for them to have it there at the front desk.
Yeah, I understand
They can do that. They can
and
do
they
that
can
still.
do that. But what I'm saying is more people will see it off the website because there are more people who are looking at Gettysburg that never visit
What about the
Gettysburg.
people that can't
Well,
come, man?
I still got a ways to go first.
All
with
right, well,
it.
think about it, Cameron. I mean, think about
I mean,
it.
I'm still got to get over to the Adams County Historical Society to get $40 paid so I can get in to look at the field hospital, because I'm going to put them in their field hospital.
Well, and Mike told me the other day, or not the other day, just earlier, that he has an appointment, but it's like packed, right? Like, it's
tonight
like
is all sold out. You can't
at
get in
the
there.
at the research room.
Research room, yep. You have to
People have been dying to get in there. You got to make an appointment.
well, me, it's going to take a bit because of what I'm after.
Well, that's fine.
No, that's fine.
No, that's fine.
Just make the
I'm just saying.
appointment. You're fine.
Yeah, you got to make an appointment.
Yeah.
But you could, yeah. You
Just
could
like
do
the
that.
doctor's office, man.
By
Like
the
getting
way,
a colonoscopy.
There you go. Exactly right.
The Adams.
You all and your medical, I'm telling you.
Well, this is what happens when you get old, Cameron.
I don't
Stay young.
I plan on staying in shape.
See these? Look at this. See
So
this?
wait, so Cam,
gray.
getting back to your challenge here, you want us?
Yeah, what's the challenge?
You want Matt to do that 2-day hike with you?
Yeah, I want y'all to follow my ancestors' footsteps when they were
Well, it's
captured.
going to take longer than 2 days with us.
We rucking it, bro. We're packing out all the gear and stuff.
I'm bringing a real red wagon.
Bro, I'm about to finish that hike in a
Or
day.
a wheelbarrow. We didn't bring a wheelbarrow for Matt here.
I'm about to Marine Corps that
One
hike.
thing, will it be able to even go
I got
by?
a real red wagon.
I got also, the gentleman gave me documentation how the idea of the Treasure Mountain Festival came to be. And it was actually it's a festival they have in September down there in Franklin.
Tennessee?
Franklin, West Virginia. Sorry.
Dude,
I'm sorry.
he was
In
like
the fall-
he was ready to spring on.
I know.
on that.
Franklin Township, Pennsylvania?
No, in the fall they have down there in Franklin, they have a
Tennessee.
festival. Franklin, West Virginia, they have a festival called Treasure Mountain Festival.
Right.
And they have a bunch of festivities. They do a recreation of the burning that took place in April
Okay.
of 1740.
And what is the point? We have to wrap this up. What is the point?
The idea of the Treasure Mountain Festival came from my ancestor.
Oh, so you.
Who
so
witnessed the Indians take out of the fort a cauldron full of the settlers' prized
cauldron?
possession. It was a kettle, big iron
Oh,
kettle.
yeah, a cauldron. Okay, gotcha.
They filled it up with possessions of the people.
Didn't Disney make a cartoon of this?
No. No. And she witnessed the two Indians that was carrying this kettle, iron kettle, off in the woods and bury it, and then it disappeared. And they haven't found it today.
Oh, so the festival was started to go hunting for it?
No, the idea for the festival came from her story.
So what you're saying is you're challenging us to go find this cauldron full
Yeah,
of
and to
goodies.
do the hike. It's never been found.
Is the hike up a mountain? No, jeez. Can we get horses?
No, they did it on foot.
Mules? Can we do mules?
M2 boot,
They did it on foot.
Like a wheelbarrow.
Taking that M2 boot.
Can you wheel me up in a wheelbarrow?
No, we'll just get the trans. We'll just get Veronica bring that trans in from Pittsburgh and put up the side of that one mountain for you.
Wait, what are we talking
Wait,
about?
Hold on now. What are you saying here? What are you talking about?
You're
Put him in
wanting
the
to
cell with a long
You
hose
talk-
on him. Put him in the cell with a long hose on him.
You talking about a Trans Am there, Cam?
No, that railroad transit that they have that goes up.
Transit.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Transit.
Okay, I'd
flat, but it goes up.
Yeah.
I'd finish that. I'd finish that word next time.
So
Don't abbreviate.
it's like a boxcar, but instead of it going up on a cable, it's like on a thing on the ground, and it stays level as it goes up the slope.
Yeah.
Let's take that. Let's do
Dude,
that.
I thought we were getting ready to get in
That's
some
going
deep
to ruin.
water.
That's going to ruin the adventure. Imagine the weight you're going to lose. Get in shape.
Okay, you know what?
Taking a transit, I don't think
And
you're gonna lose anything.
the hike. And
Cameron.
you're walking in history.
Thank you. Well, you know what?
50-pound rucks, gentlemen.
Let's start with a 1 pound ruck and then work our way up, okay?
I mean, I'm planning on this summer and probably doing it during the winter months.
So you're gonna
hike in
train
the
during the
winter?
summer?
Well, that way we don't have to worry about snakes and all that.
Snakes? I'm worried about snow.
Yeah, why
And
don't,
cold.
maybe
You
like
don't have to worry about that.
maybe like early fall, homie. Why don't we do early fall?
I'll wear boots up to my. I'll wear cavalry boots.
So
and
There's
I don't worry
plenty
about
of
snakes.
caves we can
You're not
bunk in
gonna
along
hike
the way.
I can,
2 days in cavalry boots.
This is sounding like the West Virginia version of the Donner Party about to happen. Right here.
I'm gonna be the lone survivor that makes it back.
Yeah, you will. You just make a movie about us.
A team dies of dysentery while doing a historic hike.
Oh, that's good.
The only one carrying a pack was Colby.
And he was also the only survivor. Wow. All right. Well, listen. I like that idea. We'll talk more about that, Cameron. There. Estella says, "Stick to the wheelbarrow." Barrow, excuse me. Yeah, that's it about there. Somebody says, "Congratulations." Dirty Bernie says, "Congratulations to Cameron." Yes, certainly congratulations to you for that job at Fort McHenry. We're gonna come down there and sing the national anthem.
I don't know if that's
outside the gate, and then you can come out and say, "Come on, guys, stop doing that. You're embarrassing me."
You embarrass me, I'll just call park police and have you thrown out.
What if he sings? What if he sings Dixie instead?
Wow.
Cam, if he sings Dixie, will you still do that?
I'm going to say I don't know them. Call park police.
All right, great. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you next time. Hopefully Veronica will be back. It might be, it's Civil War Roundtable night, so she won't be here. Bethany Yingling, I'm going to drag her in. Mike, thank you very much. Cam, thank you. Colby, thank you. Everybody, thank you. We'll talk to you later.
Addressing Gettysburg Today is hosted and produced by Matt Callery and Veronica Brestensky, Esquire. Engineered by Colby Sumner and maybe, sometimes, someone else. Guests of the show stay wherever they want. That's not our concern. To be a guest on the show, send an email to matt@addressinggettysburg.com. Addressing Gettysburg Today broadcasts from the Gettys Bike Tour studios. To get a 15% discount on your next tour with Gettys Bike, call 717-752-7752. I'm Huevos Grande, the voice of Addressing Gettysburg Today. Thanks for listening.
There were many Union men who wept with joyful tears when they saw the honored flag they had not seen for years. Hardly could they be restrained from breaking forth in cheers while we were marching through Georgia. Hurrah, hurrah, we bring the Jubilee. Hurrah, Eric, be quiet. The flag that makes you free. So we sang the chorus from the valley to the sea while we were marching through Georgia. While we were marching through Georgia.
This concludes our broadcast.